What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You are tuned in to the 9th episode of the 3rd season of the Commissioner's Recap, hosted by me, Ray Trilogy, aka the Commissioner. This episode is called Who's Who, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. I got some dope people in the building with me today. I have the classy one, Mr. Neutral, in the building with me. And for a second, we have the one and only, yours truly, Trey, in the building with us. And my co-host, Vamp, who's going to be, doing his thing eventually, spinning off and doing his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to give everybody a chance to get warmed up because we got some things to discuss. But while we're doing that, let's get busy.
This feels good. Yeah. Beamer, it's the Commissioner. Big Swole. Big Little TA. It's some classy shit right here. Benjamin, you got another one with this one. Let's go.
We all the way up, we in the clouds now. We up here living good, we ain't coming down. Niggas was talking, they still skinning stuff. We got on our grind, made our own luck. Back to basics, had to do that. Back to Roxbury where my roots at. You only catch me with family, we roll together. Cause niggas like to switch up like New England weather. I'm telling you this shit is diabolical. Enough to lose your cool, leave a nigga up and critical. It's cynical, but I keep it moving though. Can't let somebody's words stop me from trying to get the dough. All my life been betrayed as a villain. Me and Melly laugh about it on the island while we chillin'. Never thought I'd have days like this. Remember Mo saved my life when I slipped my wrist.
Can't nobody go against a team. Disappear, trying to find out what it means. We coming for the green. We got the scope on you with the beam. If you think you're gonna crush us off the dream, it's the regime. Can't nobody go against a team. Disappear, trying to find out what it means. We coming for the green. We got the scope on you with the beam. If you think you're gonna crush us off the dream, it's the
now
regime.
I walk around fit like I ain't been through shit. The real ones love my story, but witness the shit. I hit the gym every day, gotta work on my muscle. Thank God for his blessings and get back to the hustle. Got rappers going crazy trying to write something sweet. I'm just being myself, but talking on these beats. People feel it's real, that's why they love Ray Trill. Lost everything I had and got back to a mill. High blood pressure from the south, they doing my name. That's how it is in 2K, but I ain't playing no games. I got bills to pay, moves to make. I love to embrace Ricky Bobby, the hate, shake and bake. Slumming sometimes, hibachi and sagas. And I hate the summertime, it's cousin Willie in August. I never ever thought I'd have days like this. I don't worry about karma cause I don't talk to the bitch.
Can't nobody go against a team. Disappear, trying to find out what it means. We coming for the green. We got the scope on you with the beam. If you think you're gonna crush us off the dream, it's the regime. Can't nobody go against a team. Disappear, trying to find out what it means. We coming for the green. We got the scope on you with the beam. If you think you're gonna crush us off the dream, it's the regime.
Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Thank you. Let's get to work. Ladies and gentlemen, you are locked in with the Commissioner's Recap. I'm the Commissioner, Ray Trilogy. Shout out to my guests in the building and shout out to everybody that's locked in with us right now. Yours truly, Trey. What's the word, my brother? I see you. We twinning it. Me and Mr. News, the classy one, we are twinning it right now.
You know what? Funny enough, man, I've got that tracky right here in front of me, man. I didn't even get the memo from you guys, man. But Trill, obviously, I'm not going to be here long. I'm just obviously wrapping up at the hub. But I just personally just wanted just to come on and say thank you so much, for the contribution that you've made, to the team. IBH USA featuring Vamps, Fight Night Chronicles, the shows. Just the other day we hit 1,000 different videos that we've posted on iBoxing Hub. So that's just thanks to, your work, the team's work, Mr. Neutral, we obviously appreciate, the work that you're doing for Red Corner Boxing, man. And Fight Night Chronicles is truly tremendous. So big up to you. And Vamps, my brother, big up to you as well, man. Hopefully we get to see you here at the hub soon, man. But Trill Dollar Bill, I wanted to wish you a safe flight, my brother, because I know you're coming home and you're going to come home to the hub, man, and we're going to do some tremendous work here, brother, man. So, bro, big up to you always, man. You're truly tremendous at what you're doing, and we're loving, the commissioner's recaps and everything you're doing, the music. We got your support, and we love you, man. So, big up to you, brother.
Oh man, thank you, bro. I'm trying to save my tears for when I get over there. You got me all choked up already, my brother. You know that I appreciate you, Trey, from the bottom of my heart, man. Everything that you do, man. How you gave us all the opportunity to shine and to do our things, man. I can't thank you enough. I can't wait to be over there with you soon, my brother. And we got something special coming for everybody. So thank you once again from the bottom of my heart, Trey. I appreciate you, man. I know you're a busy man. You get in the house ready. And I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. We got some things before you go, Trey. I know you're a busy man. Oh, there we go. Let there be light.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. Over here in the States, right? We had I'm glad E Money Bags ain't here right now. He'll be giving me crap for this one. But we had the Super Bowl here. We call it football. They said I'm the only one that can get away with this over here, right? So we had the Super Bowl, right? And people was like, Trill, why are you bringing up the Super Bowl? Not to mention, all right, first of all, I was going for the Patriots, the New England Patriots. I'm going home to old England, right? But I live in New England. So I was going for the New England Patriots, and they got spanked, right? They got spanked. And this is how I was feeling after the game.
Fuck that, I ain't letting that shit ride. We gonna go ahead and smoke all these motherfuckers. I don't care who the fuck out there. God damn it.
But cooler has prevailed. But cooler has prevailed, and I was like,
I'm busting up already. You know what, Trill? I'm not gonna lie to you, my brother, and big up to Vamps as well. Finally in the building, had to get them shades on. Big up to you, my brother.
That's for the United. He did that for the United.
He had to, man. You said the Patriots, right? They're a classic team. Look, I'm a supporter of Man United, as you can see in the background. That's a signed Welbeck, frame right there, man. So Man United, New England's classic team. Understand why you went for them. I went for them as well. Unfortunately, it just wasn't our time, man. So I'm with you, bro. Trust me, I'm with you.
Yeah, I was upset, Vim. I don't know if you could caught my reaction to the Super Bowl game, but I was highly upset, man. I was highly upset. But there was one thing that made me smile. There was something that made me smile, and it made me realize why I love boxing so much. It reminded me what the #1 sport was, because first of all, like I said before, I was about to jump out the window, Vamp. I was like,
fuck that, I ain't letting that shit ride. We gonna go ahead and smoke all these motherfuckers. I don't care who the fuck out there. God damn it.
but after I seen this
Super Bowl, baby, let's go.
Turn on, bro.
With Emilio Vargas and Xander Zayas performing at the halftime show with Bad Bunny, it made my heart smile. Whoa. And it reminded me why I love boxing so much and why that's the #1 sport to me. You know, all the sports is cool, but it's nothing like the sweet science, you know? So shout out to those guys getting their shine during the Super Bowl, letting them know that, listen, they could have been anybody. You know, they could have had people from every other sport, but they picked this sport. Why? Because it's the #1 sport in the world. Nobody else is going to have two boxers performing at the halftime show or somewhere else, anywhere else. This was it. This is letting the world know that boxing is here to stay for a long time. You know? So salute to those gentlemen. This man,
Super Bowl, baby, let's go.
That made my heart smile. I'm sorry. I had to play that again. You know what I'm saying? I had to play that again. But shout out to both gentlemen. Xander Zayas being a unified champion at 154. And then you got Emilio Vargas, where it seems like the stars are going to open up for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a great kid. I like Emilio Vargas. I like Emilio Vargas a lot. But speaking about Xander Zayas, you know, who has the WBO and the WBA junior middleweight championships, he's been having a little back and forth with the new IBF champion at 154 pounds. My main man, Josh Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Trey, I know you got to get out of here, so I'm going to get to you right now. What do you think about that fight and that unification fight? I'm for me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Everybody has things to say. Everybody's like, this ain't it, too soon. Both guys just got this, that, and the third. Nobody wants to see it. I want to see it. Both guys are champions. Why not? What do you think?
I don't mind. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a decent fight. And look, Mr. Neutral, that's your boy, man, as well, man. So I'm sure you would absolutely love it as well. No one's not going to complain to see what, you know, the Tartan Tornado, to see what he's able to do. What do you think? I'm really interested, just before I go, of course, I'm more interested to hear what Mr. Neutral has to say, because you obviously met him over the weekend.
Yeah, I was going to explain that to Mr. Neutral on a different question. Mr. Neutral, you got Xander Zayas, the WBO, the WBA unified champion. A lot of people say we haven't really seen the best of Xander Zayas, and some people say that he has reached his peak, right? As far as this is it from him. How do you think that this fight plays with Josh Kelly? Who are you leaning towards more? You know, the flash of Josh Kelly, or we'll say their experience, or we assume to think experience, because I feel like Xander Zayas to me was like a prospect for like 4 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? We was giving him like prospect of the year for like 4 years in a row, and then he eventually became a champion. Now he just unified. It seemed like it happened boom, boom, and now he's at this fight with Josh Kelly, who just put on a spectacular performance. That people thought that he was going to get hands, feet, and knees put on him, but he went out there and he was grooving and moving and moonwalking, and I was impressed. I was like, yo, who is this kid?
You know what? $2 bill, man. I got to redeem myself here. I think you mentioned Josh Taylor by accident, isn't it, man? You meant obviously Josh Kelly, isn't it?
Josh Kelly. Did I say Josh Kelly?
By accident. So Josh Kelly and Xander Zayas, tremendous fight, man. I think they should get it on. Unifications, let's not waste time, man. Boxing, it's all about unifying, proving you're the best, and I think it's the right time for both of them. And why not unify the division quickly so the bigger fights can happen, man? So I just wanted to redeem myself there, $2 bill, because I only just realized I was thinking Taylor, and then Sorry, lads, it's been a long day, man. Bless
yeah. It's one of those days. Mr. Neutral, how do you think this fight plays out? And are you excited to see it?
First and foremost, the Brits would love this fight. Absolutely love it, because the Brits love to accelerate the process more than the Americans. Sanders Zayas, 23-year-old, just unified for his second belt in a row after being elevated. So you're quite right. He's that little bit untested. We're not quite sure how far he could go. But there's plenty of room for scope with Sanders Zayas. With Josh Kelly, a great fight against Mutazaliev. Great strategy. But he's 31 now, so he's got to move on a little bit faster. So the Brits will be wanting to pile the pressure on the unified champion from this side of the pond to make that unification. However, knowing the WBO, that they'll tend to, I would imagine, encourage Xander to make a couple of defenses, not only for the country, but Puerto Rico, the money. They want to keep those prestigious belts over that side of the water as long as they can, until it no longer becomes viable to make defenses. He's got to unify at some point. But, as for these things, it's lovely to make off the cusp of our lips, but to actually get the promoters and the teams to sign this up is another matter. And I think it'll take a tremendous effort to get it over the line at this stage.
That's why they call you the classy one, Mr. Neutral, because that was going to be my next question. Will the powers that be allow this fight to happen? Will the powers that be? Because I see that Josh Kelly, I'm a fan now. He won me over. Here's the thing, though. I look at him as a guy that there's more risk than reward with him.
With Josh.
With Josh. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's more risk than reward, and I feel like that's on the Xander side. They feel like they're gonna risk those two belts and that undefeated record and everything, and the fanfare for Puerto Rico. We're gonna risk this with this guy.
That's music that's music to Eddie and Josh Kelly's ears, to hear an American say, risk versus reward scenario with him. And after a great performance against Mutazaliev, I still have issues with his chin. Though there was an instance a few rounds before that Kelly was in big trouble, and it took his footwork to get him out of the danger zone. But I think a younger, more hungrier Zayas with better footwork, better at closing down the ring than Mutazaliev was. Xander Zayas on home ground could have a field day with Josh Kelly. It all depends on Josh and whether he can take that British grit to Puerto Rico and, do a Dalton Smith on home ground. On away ground. Amazing.
Yeah.
$2 bill. Obviously, I'm going to be heading out, man. But once again, I'm so happy that I got to hear, Mr. Neutral just, break it down how he does, man. I love the energy, the vibes as always. Vamps, big up to you, my brother, my United brother as well. We actually got 3 United, and Mr. Neutral, really you're a United fan, so I'm going to class you as a United fan. Do you know what I mean?
I was a United fan when Sir Alex Ferguson was the maestro and the helm of Manchester United. And since then, it's been a shadow of that team. I hope they do well. I hope they get back to the glory days.
We're getting to it, man.
Peace and blessings, my brother. $2 bill. God bless you once again. Looking forward to having you here at the hub. And look, we welcome you home, man, when you come here, man. So big up.
Nothing can stop us. We all the way up.
All the way up, bro. Love.
Much love, my brother. Yeah, that's yours truly, Trey, man. That was dope to have the brother come through. Listen, there was a heartbreaker for a lot of people. But before I get to that heartbreaker, Vic, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you your opinion. You got Xander Zayas. I know you rock with Xander Zayas.
My guy.
You know what I'm saying? And you heard the classic one, Mr. Neutral, right? Do you think that because like I don't see when he was coming up and he had a certain type of opposition, Xander Zayas was getting these guys out of there. And see, as the competition reached a little bit, he hasn't, you know, he has the skills, but he hasn't had like the type of power that you seen that can really.
Yeah.
Do you think that he can hurt a Josh Kelly?
It's hard to say, but that's why I want to see the fight, you know. Josh Kelly, the way that Josh Kelly fights, you'll never rule out him winning in some sort of decision or unanimous decision just because of the way how he fights. But just kind of exactly what Mr. Neutral kind of said. I can see, you know, the coordination, the footwork, the athleticism that could really kind of get to Josh in a way that maybe, you know, he might, if he doesn't get a certain size of the ring and all of that stuff, maybe it might work not so much into his favor. That it will be an interesting fight to see. Maybe if Josh Kelly's footwork can't get him out of the way whenever he needs to. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In that way.
It comes down to negotiations. Mr. Neutral also said something that was really fly. He was like, you know, in the fight being in Puerto Rico, do you think for Josh Kelly to have a fair shot that this fight got to be on natural or neutral grounds?
I don't know, because what I heard was,
and is this fight big enough for like do you think like a New York or a Vegas? I think so. It's a unified fight.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
Really?
I think they can do the Stadium of Light.
Yeah, we put a good card together.
Yeah. They can do this. Mr. Neutral knows what I'm talking about. They could do the Stadium of Light in Sunderland over here. What's that, Mr. Neutral? Is that 40,000-50,000?
Yeah, 46,000, something like that.
I think they can do it. I think they can do that over here for sure. Because Josh Kelly's from Sunderland, right? And that's a whole city in itself. It's like right next to Newcastle, right? So they can get a whole city behind that.
That's not happening.
That's the only way they can sell that fight in the UK for me. As Bob said, would be at Sunderland, because you know 99% of Josh Kelly fans are up from the northeast. So to sell that fight over here, they'd need that in Sunderland. It couldn't happen in London. It couldn't happen in Birmingham or Manchester. Maybe Manchester at a push. You know, that's only 150 miles away.
And that's the only way it comes from Josh Kelly's side. So maybe, Trill, you'll be able to know more from the Puerto Rican. Is Josh Kelly big enough to...
I was thinking if you put a dope card together during the Puerto Rican Day Parade, right. I think it could do good. Something in Madison Square Garden, I think it could do good, you know. But, you know, I think that'll probably be the closest to neutral ground that they would do where they can, you know, make some money. You feel me? But speaking about that heartbreak that I was talking about, it was a heartbreak for some. For me, I thought that this fight was a weird fight for me, honestly. I'm talking about this fight right here.
Foot to the pedal. In the final round. Can he get up from this? He bravely gets to his feet. Steve Gray will give him every chance. He is the world champion, but there's so much time left in the round. And Brandon Figueroa, he's going to take Nick Paul out here. He's through the ropes. Figueroa has won the world featherweight title all over again.
You know, when I first seen that this fight was announced, I was like, this kid, Nick Ball, has a lot of heart. I've been a huge fan of Brandon Figueroa for a long time. I got crap for picking Brandon Figueroa over Stephen Fulton. You know what I'm saying? I just felt that, you know, like I just from watching Brandon for so long, man, and congratulations to him for being a 3-time world champion, you know. But, you know, what's going on, Alex? How you feeling, my brother?
Jeez. Yeah, sorry I'm a bit late. How you guys doing?
It's all good. It's all good.
Alex in the house.
Yeah,
How you doing, Mr. Neutral?
we was just talking about, Nick Ball. We was just talking about Nick Ball. Yeah, he said, "Bow down." That's what he says. Put up or shut up. You hear? Bow down. That's what my bro E Money Bags has been saying. Every podcast he gets, or anytime you see, he's letting everybody know this is the put up or shut up year. That's what he's been saying. He's saying everybody's going to be called out. If you're a fraud, it's going to be known. So shout out to my brother E Money Bags. Yeah, we just played this clip right here. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, Alex, but here it was.
Foot to the pedal. Oh, he does. Nick Ball. Oh, drama in the final round. Can he get up from this? He bravely gets to his feet. Steve Gray will give him every chance. He is the world champion, but there's so much time left in the round. And Brandon Figueroa is going to take Nick Ball out here. He's through the ropes. Figueroa has won the world featherweight title all over again.
Shout out to Brandon Figueroa once again for being 3-time world champion. Like I was saying before, I've been a huge fan of Brandon Figueroa. I even picked him to beat Stephen Fulton, which was crazy of me. I just was, I be going with my heart sometimes. And I've been a fan of Brandon Figueroa for a while. The classic word, Mr. Neutral. Where does Nick Ball go from here?
Firstly, I was ringside for this fight, and it was a shock that that Brandon knocked out the WB featherweight champion in his hometown. Alex, congratulations on prediction. You actually was only around out. Your prediction. You predicted the knockout. I interviewed Brandon on Thursday after the weigh-in. Unnervingly calm and confident. It was there was not 1 ounce of anticipation, or hesitation, or doubt, or anything like that. He was supremely confident. And on the other side of the coin, the Ball team, there was something off. Trill, there was something off, and I felt it in the air, and it was rather, I wouldn't say unpleasant, but it wasn't a great feeling. So when it come fight night, I was shocked, but then again, I wasn't. Because I remember going back to that interview with Brandon and just how calm and confident he was, saying he studied Nick, but we knew what he had to do. He come with a strategy, and boy, did he. But Nick Ball, and where he comes from here, look, I was outside the medical room when he come out. The boy was shell-shocked. He was visibly distraught, upset. The ego has probably took a bashing, but Scousers are made of something else, some granite, some, graphite, some unbreakable stuff. And I would imagine that Nick Ball and his team, and the great team he's got, and Paul Stevenson from the Red Triangle Gym, they will figure out a pathway back for Nick Ball. And I'm not going to pretend for 1 minute that he's finished or nothing like that. That was just a very good strategy that beat him on that night. But to come back to it, there was a bad feeling before, and they proved on Saturday night.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say, but I see E Money Bags beat me to it in the comment section. He said it also heard Ball struggle with weight. I heard about that as well. Alex, you seen the fight? I heard you got the prediction right on Brandon Figueroa. What did you think about the fight?
I thought it was a really good fight. I knew Brandon Figueroa would come to play. I didn't think the atmosphere in Liverpool would get to him. The only thing I was worried about was no offense, Mr. Neutral, to your side of the pond, but I was worried about those judges because I was like, there have been some bad decisions in recent memory. So I was worried for Brandon if he boxed to a decision. If it was close, they would give it a draw because Nick Ball has had a draw before against what was his name? Vargas?
Vargas.
Yeah. And I was not impressed with Nick Ball in the Vargas fight. I thought he was a really dirty fighter because when you're that small, you have to use all the tricks of the trade. in order to beat up bigger guys. And Figueroa was there to be hit, but his chin was class. He was willing to go down to the body of the shorter man, and he bullied Nick Ball. Nick Ball has to come forward. He likes to go for a walk around every once in a while before he resets and starts pressuring you again, because that's what he has to do as the shorter fighter in that division. But Figueroa just said, nope, we're not having that. You're going backwards, and I'm going to take the fight to you. And that's what you have to do to beat the champion in his backyard. I was not expecting such a vicious knockout, but it was a perfect left hook, countering that left hook from Nick Ball and put him flat on his face. I thought he was out cold and that he was not getting up, but he was so tough in there. And the ref gave him a chance because he got to his feet. It was the first knockdown in a competitive fight. You have to give the fighter a chance. And thankfully, Nick Ball didn't take a really clean shot afterwards. He got hit a lot on the guard, and he tumbled over. So it was a good stoppage.
Vamp, did you catch the fight with the homie Nick Ball?
Yeah, I did. And yeah, it's hard to follow Alex. Great, man. That was a great roundup and pretty much exactly how I saw it. I thought Nick Ball was gonna yeah, Frank Warren, home cooking. I pretty much thought he was going to get there, right? It was in the 12th round. Because initially, and the commentary was favoring him a lot. It was really praising that left hand getting through the uppercut initially, right? But yeah, going backwards, I've not really seen Nick Ball pushed backwards that much. So yeah, fighting backwards, I don't know. It's hard to see where he kind of goes from here. He's still obviously a great fighter. He's still going to be in big fights, I think, but you know, getting knocked out at home, kind of, I don't want to say the book is out a little bit, but yeah, the way how Figueroa pushed him back kind of showed like, oof.
Do you think, you know, not only was the weight, they talked about the weight issue, do you know, is his size? Is it that his size gives him a disadvantage with these guys in these weight classes? You think that's what it is, his size? Do you think you said, Vimp, that his that the book is out on him? Do you really believe that this is the end of Nick Ball? Like, you're gonna break our brother Rico's heart, because you know Rico is a big advocate of, that's why I said it like that, Nick Ball. That's because you know what I'm saying?
Nick Ball.
Nick Ball. You know what I'm saying? That's his guy.
You mind if I interject here?
Yeah, go on, Alex.
Fighters like Nick Ball do not have a long shelf life because of how hard they have to fight in order to beat bigger guys. Mm-hmm. And he's a muscly guy, so it's only a couple pounds, so he should be able to drop to 122. But maybe he's not the kind of guy. Maybe he's just like, no, this is where I'm at. He's a legit winner fighter where he can't go low, and if he tries to go to 130, he will die. So there, you need to stay away from 130 with everything you got, Nick Ball. But I don't expect he's going to have another 6 years at the top. So I'm expecting another 2 years at best.
Wow.
Do you think he can
try to fight?
Do you think he can hang around and somehow?
Maybe Liam Wilson.
No, but there's whether
anyway.
No.
Yeah. No. Whether there's any truth into the weight issue or not, I was thinking exactly the same thing. Because of his size, he's 5'2", and he weighs 126 pounds. Even at 126 pounds, he looks muscly, over muscly for that ring getting in there. However, Nick Ball has only got one strategy in boxing. Because of his size, he's like the Rocky Marciano of heavy. Smaller, they have to duck in, and they have to close the distance a lot quicker than your regular sized boxers. 5'6" upwards. Brandon Figueroa,
fire.
Yeah, he's always going to have this problem with boxers. However, as Eric quite rightly pointed out, his jab on Saturday night was very good. He just didn't have anything to throw it behind it, because Brandon Figueroa's strategy of countering him. As soon as Nick Ball threw a punch, Brandon was countering. He didn't allow the strategy for Nick Ball to unleash his bombs. And when he did throw his overhand rights and his big hooks, you seen what happened. Brandon countered him, got to him first, and that shot, beautiful shot. Anybody's capable of that shot in boxing. And Nick Ball could well take a lesson from Brandon Figueroa, former two-time champion, a super bantamweight featherweight. So he's been the WBC champion at featherweight. He's lost the belt, but what does he do? He goes and wins his next 5 fights, and then he becomes the contender. This is what Nick Ball needs to do. He needs to pick himself up off the canvas, pick himself up mentally, saying, I'm a champion still. These have still got to beat me. I can come back, and I will show the world. But a lot of people will point out his disadvantages. It's up to Nick Ball now to reevaluate, reassess, and I hope he does come back. And I've got to slightly disagree, Alex. I think there's a good 3 or 4 more years left in Nick Ball. He does have hard fights, but he's a scouser, and that's how they fight.
Well said, Stevie. Well
said. He's a fun fighter.
Off the subject, my dream fight I would love to see if they was in the same weight class, Pitbull versus Nick Ball. I think that would be a war.
For the Short King Award.
Yeah.
Because my mouth has got me in trouble with Pitbull before, where I've talked trash. I've called him a midget before, so I don't even know what I can call Nick Ball.
A dwarf.
He's just tiny.
He's 2 inches smaller than Pitbull.
Yeah.
My mother is taller than Nick Ball.
Nick Ball's not playing basketball, so he's good. He's good. We can find something for Nick Ball. In 2 weeks, gentlemen, everybody's favorite drug cheat will be stepping in the ring. Well, I should say the casuals. Every casual's favorite drug cheat. Mr. Ryan Garcia. In just 2 weeks' time, Mr. Ryan Garcia will be stepping in the ring with Mario Barrios. Matter of fact, that's disrespectful. Mario Barrios will be defending his WBC title against all the casuals' favorite drug cheat, Ryan Garcia. That's in 2 weeks' time. But before we get to that fight, let's talk about other fights that's going to be on that card. We got the return of Frank Martin. I know Vamp's excited about that. You're excited about the return of Frank Martin. We seen that he came runners up for knockout of the year.
Yeah, I see. Come on, we back.
That was a nasty knockout.
Yeah, that was definitely a nasty. Vamp, are you excited for the return of Frank Martin?
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, that was his first fight back since being knocked out by Tank. So that's a great way to respond, go straight back into it. So his confidence is gonna be straight back to it. So yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Alex, are you impressed? Are you ready for the return of Frank Martin? Do you think that this is the Frank Martin's time right now?
It's as good a time as any for Frank Martin because he's coming off some big time momentum, so he's got to make the most of it. Because most people, after they come off, their first loss and at that a devastating knockout loss to a star, usually those fighters don't really recover. But Frank Martin, with a highlight reel of his own, came back, so he's got the momentum on his side. I'm excited to see what he can do.
Well, and to his credit, every time Tank beats somebody, they become a star. They become a champion or something happens. So Tank is doing something right. You know what I'm saying? So like when Tank put them
inside the ring at least, right? Inside the ring at least.
Inside the ring. If he beats you, he ends up blessing you in a way, right? It's kind of weird. Like when
I think it's more to do with that. The fact the opposition Tank has ever fought has been elite. It's been great opposition. Look at the record. Look at the losses in their records. These guys were all top level anyway, and they're bound to win again because they're that good.
Okay. Definitely. So when people say,
I don't know if I would call Frank Martin top level, but he's really good.
The thing with Frank Martin was right. and I can agree with both of you, Mr. Neutral and Alex the Great. I feel like he was getting there, Alex. I think he rushed too soon. You feel me?
Probably 1 or 2 fights too soon.
Yeah, I think he rushed.
Do you think he should have taken a Shakur fight? Because remember, he pulled out of that. Do you reckon the Shakur one would have been?
Not even. I just think before taking the Tank fight, instead of rushing to the bag, even though he did well with that bag, you know, he went into real estate, put up some homes and stuff like that. He made that money work for him. So shout out to Frank Martin. But still, even Tank once said, like, yeah, you should have waited. You should have waited. So yeah, I could agree with both of you, but I think both of these Frank Martin will once again be champion. You know, shout out to you, yours truly, Trey. We're live and we're locked in. The next fight on there is the return of Gary Russell. Gary Antoine Russell.
Andy Hirioka.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's for the belt, right? We got the titles on the line for that one.
140 pounds.
When is this card?
This is it's in 2 weeks. It's on the 22nd, right? 21st.
Some the weekend of the 22nd.
Yep, it's on the 21st, right? The 21st. Or, yep. And then Clarissa Shields is on the 22nd, but we're gonna get to that. Yeah. So, you know, Gary Antoine Russell, you know, will be defending his belt. I guess this is a mandatory, I guess. You know,
yes.
I'm ready to see Gary unify with one of these guys at 140. I would have loved to see there was back and forth with. Matter of fact, let me stop it because he has back and forth with everybody. I mean, Richardson Hicksons. You know what I'm saying? He has. Yeah,
that's his thing, isn't it?
Yeah, he has a back and forth with everybody, man. So I can't say, but I would love to see them guys get in there and unify, you know, and see what's popping. And then now you got Shakur in the mix now. Man, listen, this yeah, with the E-Money bag say, you know what I'm saying? He said this is the put up or shut up year. You know what I'm saying? And this is definitely what it is. If that fight could be made, man, I would love to see that fight. But the return of Gary Antoine Russell, Alexander the Great. Talk to me. How you feel about Gary Russell?
You know, I don't have very many thoughts on GAR. He had a lot of potential, and I still think he can do something with it, but he hasn't really been on my radar very highly. I've focused on a lot of other fighters, so I'm going to pass the bouncing ball to somebody else who can give you a better insight.
The classy one, Mr. Neutral. Alex said he ain't rocking with Gary right now. You know what I'm saying? He don't like the Inkswell mask that they be using. He don't like the mask. And so what do you think about the young man, Gary Antoine Russell? Are you excited to see him in the ring, or you feel just like Alex?
I love Gary.
For a big spot.
Yeah, I love Gary. You know, he's one of them fighters. He looks good. He's got great style and energy when it comes to the ring. He's got some great wins. However, the Trill defeat really set him back. And then he has to, another shot. He did very well against Jose Valenzuela. That was a great win. And he's a good champion, Valenzuela, in his own right. So that's brought him back up into the conversation. However, this Andy Hirioka, I tell you now, he's a danger. I think he's going under this realistic radar that we all set in the boxing world, and I think he's going under it. And people are sleeping on this guy because he's dangerous. I've seen him in his one of the fights, I think 2-3 fights ago, and it was a devastating knockout. And if he catches Ismael Barroso, the old man, he stopped him. Remember, that's an old champion, Barroso. He did very well. Yeah. So that win for me is slightly giving me a inkling that Hirioka's he's going to win that fight.
Vamp, I know you like the Russell brothers. You excited for Gary Antoine Russell's return?
Yeah, for sure. And the last memory I have of him is the Valenzuela fight, and I thought he was brilliant, man. That was fantastic. So yeah, building off of something like that, then yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy to watch what he's got next cooking. So yeah, for sure.
On the co-main event is the guy that calls out everybody but fights nobody, but I got love for him. It's Richardson Hitchens. He's going against Oscar Duarte. You know, to me, it's going to be his toughest fight to date. You know,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
He's a champion, though. Who did he beat? He beat Paro, right? What, tougher than Paro?
I think this Oscar Duarte is different. He has a lot of anger and resentment. You know, he got a lot of anger and resentment. You know, he feels cheated.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia defeat.
Yeah, he feels cheated. So he's been fighting with a chip on his shoulder. You've been seeing his work. He's been doing some damage. You know what I'm saying? Now he's going in here against Richardson Hitchens. I'm gonna lean more towards the boxer. You know, I like the slick boxer. You know, but this is a dangerous fight. He can't mess around and get punched too much by Duarte. I got Richardson Hitchens. Fam, I know who you going with. I know
you already know. You already know.
You know what I'm saying?
Young guy Richardson jab his head off.
He jab his head off. You think he's gonna box it unanimous, or you think he can stop him?
Duarte. He stopped Cambosos, didn't he? He didn't stop Paro, right? Nah, unanimous.
Alex, you ready for Richardson Hitchens?
Yeah, and if he wins, I need him to steal Adrian Broner's post-fight speech and just go, Mexicans, Americans, anybody can get it. Because of how much he talks, how much he wants to fight. So we'll see if he can get some of the big-time names. He's definitely going to have to take a hit to that purse if he wants to, though.
Yeah. Richardson Hitchens versus Oscar Duarte. Mr. Neutral, who you picking?
I think Richardson Hitchens has been, let's say, I'm hanging on to that elite level tag for quite a while, and this he's fought two Australians who, for me, bang average, and as you said, Trill, this guy's come with intentful spite, and he is going to produce, as you quite rightly said, not only his hardest fight, but he's going to have to go into survival mode for me, because the jab is not going to win this fight.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the main fight right here. Everybody got their views on this fight. Like, me, for example, I don't understand why this. Well, I do understand why he keeps getting these opportunities. Is because he puts butts in seats. And when it's been coming to boxing has changed, really. It's the numbers game now. You know, it's not about what's right, it's about who's liked, right? And this young man is liked. He's liked by the casuals who really don't know the rules and don't know the ethics of boxing or the history of boxing. He is viewed by TikTokers and Instagrammers and Facebookers alike, right? Yep. He is in Snapchatters, make sure I got them all in there. They love this kid, and the Twitchers. They all love this kid.
The twitchy Twitchers.
Yeah, everybody loves, the casuals love Ryan Garcia. He can seem to do no wrong. Boxing purists, boxing analysts, guys who really love this sport get annoyed when they see King Rye.
We get annoyed when we see people bringing the sport we love into disrepute.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everybody looks at.
He could have been a bridge. He could have been such a good bridge.
Yeah.
Between the young generation and boxing, but he just didn't want to. It was just a wasted, man. The only recent thing I've seen of him online that I found funny was remember when he and his coach were trying to teach that dude how to punch? He punched like an absolute sissy, and his coach was like, "All right, don't do that ever again." And Ryan was like, "I'm not gonna lie, I might punch you for that."
Yeah.
That was bad, but Ryan Garcia, he shouldn't get this opportunity. But it's not even about who's really liked Trill. It's about who's going to bring in the dollars. And unfortunately, Ryan Garcia is that guy. And I don't want to say he's being given a world title because Mario Barrios is a defending champion. Granted, I don't think I've ever seen a defending champion have back-to-back draws in their championship resume for the title, but he's a champion. I'll give him that respect, and he's active. And he brings the fight. But you couldn't find someone more favorable for Ryan Garcia to hit than Mario Barrios.
Absolutely.
So what are you trying to say? But y'all don't think El Teca, he got just something's up. Like no, for real, something's up. Like you would have thought that he has some type of pull. He's related to somebody. He got some type of connections because, like you said, Alex, you know, he got back-to-back draws. Some people say that he should have lost that fight against Manny Pacquiao, and this is the great Manny Pacquiao. This would have been history. This would have been everything. You know what I'm saying? And he still was able to keep his belt. So the powers that be really dig Mario Barrios. Do you see, and because you do tailor the tape, and we're going to get your tailor the tape for this fight, we know it. Do you see any way? Can you just give us a sneak preview? Do you see any way that Barrios can win this fight? Do you think that? And I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna ask Mr. Neutral this next question. but do you see any way that Mario Barrios can win this fight?
Yes, he will come out with the reveal that his last name is not Barrios, but is in fact Suleiman. But no, so he's gonna have to do what Duarte did against Ryan. He's just gonna have to keep coming and bull rush him to the ropes and try to prevent that left hook at all costs. Is it likely? No, but I didn't think back-to-back draws were very likely, so I've been wrong before, and no doubt I will be wrong again, but I will not be wrong on this night.
Mr. Neutral.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that everybody is picking Ryan to win based on we don't know who's drug testing this fight?
Don't you know it's the WBC clean boxing program, and they're like, "Oh, he's good. He passed the sniff test."
Yeah,
he passed the eye test. He passed the eye test. He don't look like he's on nothing.
That's the one. I mean, look, I lost any hope of Mario Barrios ever being a bona fide champion, you know, after the loss to Keith Thurman in 2022. And I always think that PBC fighters, and I'm sorry to say this, but they're in protection mode. And they've protected that belt that Mario Barrios took off the Ugas first to get the interim. And then that fight, he got elevated, didn't he, after the Maidana fight. So they've been on protection mode. Abel Ramos for me, is not the greatest, you know, welterweight in the world. Manny Pacquiao is 46. I just felt that those two defenses and split draws, you know, really exposed him. I think a young man like Ryan Garcia, never mind what happens outside the ring with him. If I just go on his boxing, you know, there's more than enough in the tank to suggest he can stop Barrios. It depends on what kind of Ryan Garcia calls up on the day. But you never know with this guy because he's so up and down. You know, he's one of them guys you can never put your money on because you don't have a great feeling about him, whether it's in fight week or in, you know, something he's said outside the ring and all the other stuff. It puts you off him. So I wouldn't be surprised at another draw 3 times. But I can see Ryan Garcia stop.
That's right, because There's no drug testing. Man.
Oh no, they both tested for VADA.
They both tested for VADA? I thought that Ryan had jumped out of VADA for a little bit. That's what Bill Haney
I think he
had.
just posted a test result from VADA.
He posted a test result in January.
So he was in VADA, right? But then he got out of VADA, and then he's back in Nevada. So
yeah, he's been in VADA since the fight previously. Romero.
Rolly.
Yeah, it's just the Romero fight. He's been in VADA. And that was part of his sentence as well, regular drug testing after the year suspension. So he's got that for another 2 years.
He needs to have it for the rest of his career. I don't understand a term limit. They're like, oh, we caught you drug cheating. We'll only keep a really close eye on you for another year to 2 years. No, the rest of their career, this is a life sentence now, buddy. You're getting drug tested every month at random times.
Yeah. And so should Cyprian Matthias and quite a few others that have fought before. We got to have the same standard across the board.
Yeah, well, Matthias thankfully got justice in the ring when he got knocked out.
Yeah. Boy, the referee made sure, bro. He said, "Nah, bro, you ain't letting them kick in, bro. You ain't letting them shits kick
in." Bib, you excited? You excited? You're right there. You right there with the young bulls. You know what I'm saying? You right there, and you tapped in with the community, with the young rock stars in them. You excited? Are you excited with Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios getting it on and popping? What's the community like out there in the Twitch world? What's everybody saying? They excited for this fight?
I gotta tap in with them and find out, but I'm not. I'm interested in. I'm not interested in Ryan Garcia, man. I'm honest. Like, he's not a clean fighter, in my opinion, and that's pretty obvious. And if it wasn't a world title shot straight after a DQ, then fine, right? A no contest, sorry. Mm-hmm. But like, just because of what it is, it's a bit bitter. It's a bit bitter just because of boxing. Like, there's contenders, there's people that fight their way to title shots and stuff. And so it's just
I mean, for the people that don't think like us, the casuals, right? They love to see this guy back. He's a social media star, as Ray Trilogy says, across the board. There's only really maybe Tank and Jake Paul that can rival that sort of popularity. So in that sense alone, big fights will come to him because of that social media money thing. It's all about.
So do you think that if he loses, he'll get a title shot again straight away, and then, you know what I'm saying? Even after this,
Devin fight's always there, Vamp. The Devin fight is always there, because that get back. That is one guarantee that he can call upon in his pocket and pull out at any time, win, lose, or draw against Barrios. Yeah. And, look, what better fight for Devin Haney to get his get back than the unification for the WBO, WBC, welterweight championship of the world in Devin Haney's backyard. Oh, man.
That's what I'm here for.
That could blow the records.
Two birds with one stone.
That's what I'm here for.
But the only thing is, Ryan Garcia is going to make a hell of a lot of money out.
Yeah.
He's got to get through Barrios first, right? But I'm not excited for this, right? But if that's what they're building, I'm here for that one.
I truly believe that. And I think if Eric's still in the chat, he'll agree that, no, we don't want to see Ryan Garcia get a championship. But what better victory for Devin Haney to take that shit off him?
What if he gets clipped?
Knock him out.
Yeah.
And say to the world,
see, I told you so.
Who was right, who was wrong?
Yeah, I'm not
There's no
mad at.
justice in this world. There's no justice.
Ryan won't take the fight, bro.
Then Ryan Garcia would knock Haney out and be like, "See, I told you I was never on drugs." I'm like, well, "You were on drugs, you stupid idiot."
Well, it's one story or another, isn't it, Alex? You know, both of which movies could be made out of this from both sides.
Yeah, I'm here for the big fights, man. That's a big fight. So
Yeah, well, I'm
someone
hoping
is
Amazon Prime doesn't try to charge me $79.99 for that pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, baby, you're gonna get rinsed.
I paid $69.99 for Pitbull versus Roach.
Boy,
listen, I just wanted to thank you guys for tapping in with me, man, for this episode of the Commissioner's Recap. We are winding down here. There's a lot going on, but we're winding down. Listen, I got one more episode left of this season, and that will be 3 seasons in the bag of the Commissioner's Recap. We're going to be taking it slow a little bit, but I'm going to be focusing more on, you know, the show that I got with the classy with Mr. Neutral. That's Fight Night Chronicles. You know, we're going to be doing that. And, you know, there's a lot of other shows coming on. Like, I want y'all to check out Alex, the Great's Tale of the Tape. You can catch him before every big giving his Tale of the Tape. You got to go see the last one he did. It was amazing, you know, for the big fight. So with Tefimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. So make sure you go and check that out as well, and tap in with Tale of the Tape with Alexander the Great. You know, we got Vamp as well. Vamp will be coming out with his new show after this. You know, this right here was just, you know, to let Vamp, you know, get used to this, you know, and feel the rising with the program, how we roll. But Vamp's going to be taking over and doing his own show, talking about boxing, talking about football.
Soccer.
That was a god-awful Super Bowl, by the way.
Soccer.
That Super Bowl was awful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
The only redeeming thing is that New England lost, so...
That's messed up. That's messed up.
You, Tatum, and Complex can eat this L. How about that, Phil?
I think I can speak for Scotland when we see whenever anyone with the name England speaks. We're usually very happy about it.
Speaking of Mr. Neutral, please go ahead and subscribe to Red Corner Boxing. Him and my bro James, they over there holding it down. So make sure you go and show love to the classy one, Mr. Neutral, and go over there and subscribe to Red Corner Boxing ASAP. I want to thank everybody that is tuned in with us right now. Please lock in and please subscribe actually to the channel. Like I said, season finale, I got a surprise for y'all. I'm gonna be somewhere else, I don't know, but I got a surprise for y'all for the season finale of the Commissioner's Recap. Then we're going to be taking a break from the recap. I'm going to be really focusing on Fight Night Chronicles, and we're going to be, you know, switching the schedule up a little bit, giving it to you on the 1st and the 3rd Sunday of every month. You know what I'm saying? So we can give you, you know, our great opinion, our view on this great sport and these legacy fights. So I hope that you will tune in for that. I am beyond grateful, you know, to be in the company of these great boxing minds and be able to call these gentlemen friends. So, and so once again, I thank you, gentlemen, Mr. Neutral, the classy one, Vamp, Alexander the Great, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for coming on to this episode. You get it, you see it, of the Commissioner's Recap, Who's Who. We got a lot more things to talk about in this beautiful sport of boxing. But until next week, you know what I'm saying, we'll be here. Much love, much respect. Be good to each other out there. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Commissioner's Recap. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. Gentlemen, I appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Thank you, Trill.
Peace, Trill.
Yeah, this feels good. Yeah. Beaver, it's the Commissioner, Big Swole. Big TA. That's some classy shit right here. Benjamin, you got another one with this one. Now go.
We all the way up, we in the clouds now. We up here living good, we ain't coming down. Niggas was talking, they still skinning stuff. We got on our grind, made our own luck. Back back to basics, had to do that. Back to Roxbury where my roots at. You only catch me with family, we roll together. Cause niggas like to switch up like New England weather. I'm telling you this shit is diabolical, enough to lose your cool, leave a nigga up and critical. It's cynical, but I keep it moving though. Can't let somebody's words stop me from trying to get the dough. All my life been portrayed as a villain. Me and Melly laugh about it on the island while we chillin'. Never thought I'd have days like this. Remember Mo saved my life when I slipped my wrist.
It's the regime. Can't nobody go against the team. Disappear, trying to find out what it means. We coming for the green. We got the scope on you with the beam. If you think you're gonna crush us off the dream, it's the regime. Can't nobody go against the team. Disappear, trying to find out what it means. We coming for the green. We got the scope on you with the beam. If you think you're gonna crush us off the dream, it's the
now
regime.
I walk around fit like I ain't been through shit. The real ones love my story, but witness the shit. I hit the gym every day, gotta work on my muscle. Thank God for his blessings and get back to the hustle. Got rappers going crazy trying to write something sweet. I'm just being myself, but talking on these beats. People feel it's real, that's why they love Ray Trill. Lost everything I had and got back to a mill. High blood pressure from the south, they doing my name. That's how it is in 2K, but I ain't playing no games. I got bills to pay, moves to make. I love to embrace Ricky Bobby to hate, shake and bake. Slumming sometimes, hibachi and Saugus. And I hate the summertime, it's cousin Willie in August. I never ever thought I'd have days like this. I don't worry about karma cause I don't talk to the bitch.
It's the regime. Can't nobody go against the team. Disappear, trying to find out what it means. We coming for the green. We got the scope on you with the beam. If you think you're gonna crush us off the dream, it's the regime. Can't nobody go against the team. Disappear, trying to find out what it means. We coming for the green. We got the scope on you with the beam. If you think you're gonna crush us off the dream, it's the regime.